Hello and welcome everyone to Gold Asset of the Day for the 23rd of March 2022, presented by myself, Phil Carr, at the Gold and Silver Club. So as we enter a new week here, what do you need to be aware of? Well, at the start of the week, we have seen oil prices slingshot up 7% to the upside. This, of course, follows on from last week's breakout of 9% to the upside after Wednesday's FOMC statement. That was the biggest one-day move for oil since 2020. So with that, as we mentioned to you on the week ahead commodity report, we built into two positions on oil after the FOMC statement. We talked you through big opportunities to be buying back in at the lower end of the channels, particularly with gold, as it broke down to 1900 and oil prices after they corrected over $35 a barrel to the downside. So essentially, again, on oil, we have locked in more profits this week, banking over 2,000 points on Brent crude oil from a position that we executed just after Wednesday's FOMC statement. So for 2,000 points, that's basically a $20 move higher for oil that I hope many of you have been able to capitalize on. For that calculation, for every 1 lot contract that you'll be trading, that's $20,000 of profit. For every 10 lot contract that you'll be trading, that's $200,000 of profit in less than a week. And this is what we've talked you through. The current commodity super cycle, the volatility that we're seeing in this market affords you massive opportunities on a week-to-week basis. Last week, we had nickel prices break out to all-time highs. The week before that, we had palladium and copper and gold prices break out to all-time highs. This week, we've seen fertilizer prices. They've been breaking out to all-time highs. Before that, we saw natural gas prices in Europe breaking out to all-time highs. We've seen lithium prices over this week break out to all-time highs. Uranium prices break out to all-time highs alongside aluminium and zinc. So with that, this is the time to really make sure that you are capitalizing on the current commodity super cycle. Now, as it relates specifically to gold, over this week, I'm actually looking at a range of support down to 1900 to 1910. On Tuesday, we executed another position at the lower end of that range, looking for a bounce later on this week back towards the 1950 levels. Let me repeat that for you. Over this week, I'm looking for further accumulation between 1900 up towards that 1910 zone. Then essentially, I'm looking for a bounce back towards the 1950 and 1960 zone. Now, another point to bear in mind as we go into next week is that it's the last week of the quarter. So with that, again, you can expect volatility and potential outflows, very much like we saw last week. We talked you through this. There would be big opportunities in the lead up to the FOMC statement as you see lots of traders taking profit off the table. And with that, that afforded you big opportunities to bank profits beforehand and then reload at the lows here, taking advantage of this massive breakout that we've seen subsequently on energy prices, breaking out over 17% now in less than 1 week. And I see similar opportunities setting up at the moment for the metals such as palladium, platinum, gold, silver, and copper as well that you do not want to miss out on. So again, going into next week, it's the final week of the quarter. This is where typically you get profit taking ahead of the second quarter. As you move into April, you get fresh inflows coming back in the market and subsequently big moves that you definitely do not want to miss out on. If you have been kicking yourself that you've not been able to capitalize on some of the massive opportunities so far in 2021 as we continue to go through this commodity super cycle, as commodities go exponential and parabolic, there is still time, but the markets, they will not wait for you. You do need to make sure that you are taking action now. This is where you need to be utilizing statistics, market intelligence, be aware of the daily, the weekly, the monthly, the quarterly cycles for each commodity. Alongside that, the key areas of liquidity, the capital flows in the market, and alongside that, the intermarket correlations, the ratios, and understand and learn the fundamentals, the macroeconomics, the geopolitical news, and alongside that, how the hedge funds, money managers, banks, and institutions are positioned in the market in real time. That will help you massively to get an edge. So with that, if you would like to join our community of successful traders, learn the research-driven approach to the market, and join our professional mentorship program, there is an opportunity for you to do so. Just make sure you click in the link below today's report in order to make an application to join our professional mentorship program.